So, and right back on the microphone. This is a 32-player super jackpot. The matches are to 11. And we found a very classy pairing here. Masayuki Mochizuki, Giant #1, Super Grandmaster, 2 times world champion. He will move the black checkers, and on the bottom, Geert van der Stricht, maybe the best Belgian player. There's also Mark van Damme, who is very strong. And in general, all Belgian players, I think, are getting better and better recently. So this is only temporarily. But we've seen a lot of matches from him in the UBC. And he is one of the world's finest. Denise, moin. Good to see you in the chat. Nice. So we have full house. Great pairing, great people. Imagine to play against Mochy. Give me goose. Yeah, well, you know, the excitement actually should come from the competition, but shows a lot of respect you have. Both players are great, and it's always keep in mind backgammon is a sport. So Bjorn Borg was the greatest of his time, but he's not the greatest now. So always keep an eye for what's happening contemporarily. Yeah, we a lot of players achieved a lot, but it's fluid. It's a sport. Day form decides, and not only this, you. Okay. Hey, good morning, Mario. Wow, that's really fantastic. (6-3), this is a known opening, replied by a 5-1. This is a known reply. Going for the only possible point. Very even game. First big swing here. Hit makes black a clear favorite. Mochy is happy about that. So this is good for 2 things, fighting for a good point, but also like a kind of tempo hit, preventing the opponent from making good points on the other side. Fritz Mück, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we've seen them rushing in since, oh, Michelle is with me. I'm very happy. Now, good news for everybody.
Sorry for being late.
No, you're welcome.
I was watching an exciting match. Oh, is this the Super Jackpot first round?
This is Super Jackpot first round. I already introduced Geert as one of the best Belgian players.
The number 2 in Belgium.
It's Mark van Damme, you would suppose, who has a slight edge, or
he has an edge.
He has an edge. Okay.
Yeah, a clear edge.
Clear edge. Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, clear. It depends on how you define a clear edge, but there is no doubt. Okay, so 0-0, cube in the middle. Okay. Geert. Well, yeah, Geert, of course, famous for his chess career, was Belgian champion a couple of times, I think, an international chess master, and a very deliberate student of the game. Very energetic also, has plenty of stamina. So
yeah, he's very strong on the stamina side. I can tell about this. I also played him a couple of times, and he has very good endurance. Yeah. So now that's a very vivid position. I think he's got the full role. And of course, he liked to have the second anchor, but this is just a better active play. And Denise, we all enjoy your story. I think actually, could it be like in Montreux? Maybe I remember this. Was it in Montreux maybe, or? Wide open game. German Championship must have been like maybe 2010 or 11. Quite some while ago then, right?
Ooh, hadn't Geert better make the bar point with the ace and jump out with a 6, or is that better, establishing the anchor?
It wouldn't have, yeah, then he played only with one anchor and a couple of blots. For controlling aspects, he might have chosen the best play, but I'm not sure. It's a very complex position. And sure, he's more into the position than we are yet, yeah. But soon, hopefully, we keep up.
So Geert did very well in the UBC contenders.
Absolutely, I mentioned this, yeah. Impressive performance.
Impressive. After 9 rounds, he had a PR of 3.16. After 9 7-pointers. Then had a horrible slip up against Karen Davis.
So Terje made us aware. Hello, Terje. There was maybe a tempo hit. Mochy either missed or decided against it. And we promise you to pay more focus now to this very vivid, interesting and complex position.
Does the position have certain characteristics from which you can deduce, like your strategy?
The most simple thing is that white needs winning shots and black needs to escape the back checkers, while hopefully blocking white. Oh, this is super interesting. 6-5 was a very unfortunate roll. He goes for both best, he goes for the best points possible, and then he slots the deuce, and this is the only reasonable 6. Midpoint has strong assets. Ace is duplicated. This is an amazing play. That itself was worth to watch this. Yeah.
And now Geert seems to be either absorbing the characteristics of the position or contemplating a cube.
I think he's absorbing the characteristics of the position. He's a favorite to hit something, but it's not so easy to improve his position on the other side. Yeah, and the race is not, of course, the position is a dominant factor, but he has something like 80 pips more. So if he's not performing all the time, there's a lot of time for Mochy to perform and keep pressure on him. So. Yes, Terry, absolutely agree. I like it also when it's complex like that. Yeah, and it is important. I like also what Geert is doing. In the past, you've seen people shaking for a long time, and very often in the shaking, it wasn't that it was not about that they thought the roll would get better if they shake longer. Very often it was to get awareness about what they need. Yeah, and I'm very glad that Geert is not shaking his cup while he's thinking, but he certainly understands he needs to think. He needs to understand what's going on. Yeah, Mochy made a move he probably didn't expect, and now let's see what's going on here.
Well, maybe the fact that he can pick up 2 blots might increase the gammon rate.
Oh, he's really thinking about the cube. Nice. Wow. That's a decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decision. This is, this is beyond me.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
One
That's
of
a
his
good one.
best,
Yes,
definitely.
definitely. The
Yeah.
fives, fours
Yeah.
were diversified.
In this sequence, he doesn't regret anything.
No.
No regrets here. Yeah.
And I'm sure he took into account Mochy's blot on the deuce point, which he surely will have considered as a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Geert is very good at analyzing the structural qualities and deficiencies of a position.
Terry, thank you for your input. So it was very close, a decision.
Okay. Wow.
And in this kind of complex positions, a close estimate, even if it's on plus plus, can change in the rollout, and especially can mean something completely different with live players. Extreme is just a tool, and it estimates always ideal moves and ideal action, and everything is estimated up to this. But if you got some experience over the board, you see a lot of positions are worth more or worth less, either because you can't handle them right, or maybe your opponent can't handle them right.
Mm-hmm.
And now actually Geert would have lost his market.
Mm-hmm.
It was a killer sequence, and he rolled quite well.
Now he needs to decide whether he can pick up that checker or not. I don't think he will, to be honest. Voila, there you go. It's a typical Geert van der Stricht move.
Okay, you know all the characteristics.
He values the golden anchor immensely.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows how to take advantage of structural weaknesses in the opponent's position. So he's hoping not to roll an ace. Mm-hmm. But Mochy is in the process of mobilizing his back checkers, trying to switch to a forward game.
He desperately needs the four anchor here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's he has no timing for a back game. The race should be about fairly even, but he is very much blocked in this position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he still goes for a forward game, but nothing goes forward in his position yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Geert slots the back of the prime. Could have jumped out.
It's often right either in a timing battle, but also he needs a certain attack because he wants to prevent Mochy from getting the four anchor.
I see, yes.
The downside is very little. Mochy has a 1-point board with the ace point slotted, so fairly low risk.
Mm-hmm.
To 6.
Mm-hmm.
In my idea of the game, both lost a little equity in the sequence each, so it's about the same. But now Mochy has a desired 5 and a desired 3.
Ah, yes. Is that the 3?
I think so. This is too many shots, and the frontward structure of Geert is too strong.
Mm-hmm.
He won't recover from it's not so easy for him to recover from a hit. He has to respect Geert's board.
Okay, but he passed up an opportunity to make the 4-point anchor.
Maybe now he gets something better.
Okay.
The 16-point anchor.
Ah, yes. Wow. Okay, that's a nice one, making the 16, I would say.
One good option for sure.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's the best. He needs to get his back checkers forward moving.
Good call.
(4-1).
Yeah, since for a lack of a better thing. Now board strength actually is equal. So he really didn't mind to have the ace point. What he does mind is not to have a 2. It's a time squeeze.
Yes, and with Mochy, with his stripped points in the outfield, doesn't have much flexibility.
I feel that the 16 is too important, and he can't give a double shot. He has to reduce shots. He doesn't like to put his checker deep, but for a lack of a better thing, yes, but what ace? Stepping into a double shot. Geert hits with pleasure. 11 or 26 numbers, there's a difference. Wow. Chapeau Mochy. So he values positional aspects higher than the risk of getting hit. Also knowing that the 16 anchor is of very temporary value, because he can't keep it for long, and also he doesn't want to keep it for long at all. It has the first use is to have a little protection for the people on the 23, but if he can't roll a 2 quick, the 16 only gets to a problem itself. Now it would be sweet to have it. What a great start into a match.
What a game.
Amazing.
Good morning, Sabah. I'm sure Geert is glad you have his, that he has your support. Sabah, of course, from the same backgammon club in Ghent, Belgium, as Geert. Geert finds a hit.
Not only less rehits, also makes a double 5 in the next roll, would make the 4 point. So yes, it's an extra builder.
The rest should be bread and butter. I don't think he needs to keep the 9 point slotted because he doesn't want to make it.
I think he wants to make the 4 point, and for that, this is the best play by far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gives 4 shots. I mean, if he lifts the blood from the 9 point to the 8 point, he also...
he has, it's either 4 builders or 7 builders, and this way he has 7. And but you're right, it was too much risk. Not he gained like 3 builders, but he gave for that 4 shots. So it's a trade-off. The reward is great, but the risk was bigger. So since he has a leading position, he chose otherwise. Now he gets the building power without taking a risk.
That leaves a shot unless Mochy dumps checkers in his board. Wow, there's the 6 prime.
And now there are gammons in the air, even though he has a slightly advanced anchor, which saves a lot gammons in comparison to the ace point. But it is absolutely possible to get more checkers back in this position. And if not, later on he will try for a trap play. You're already mentally prepared that, you know, if you don't catch either within the next sequences, either a guy from the 8 or the 6, you're mentally prepared that there's trap play needed in this position later on.
Yes.
It will be a busted board and outfield control and prime. And
so that's probably why he needs to get rid of that spare on his 7 point quickly. Mm-hmm. Because if he wants to make a trap play, it will be by clearing the 7 mostly. Mm-hmm. There, voila, that's what happened. That's a good roll for Mochy. I mean, 5-3, 4-3, 6-3 would have left shots.
Very solid, compact position. He killed 5s and 6s and 4s. Mm-hmm. So he's in good hope to maintain his board longer and not to crunch anymore. 3-2 is one of his worst shakes, actually.
Does the 5 go to the ace, or would you prefer?
I like to have the builders in front of the black man's back. Once just quickly back to the check. Exactly, Fritz, it's a very good summing up of what I said. Yeah, that's my belief.
See, Geert was considering the trap play by clearing the 8. He just moved the 2 checkers from the 8 point.
Mm-hmm. There's many ways of trap play possible. There's also like leaving a blot on the bar and slotting the ace, only giving double 5. Maybe that roll would have been too strong, but it's...
It's a nice one. He's forced to make the trap play, and he creates the 5th builder for the deuce.
Worst roll would be our 5-1.
Yes, okay. Now he will need to attack, even if he has to leave a double blot.
Yes. In fact, it didn't develop very bad for Mochy. If he rolls an ace, he does have some chances to win this game frontwards. He still has a 3-point board.
Yes, but there is no doubt about this checker play.
Well, there is, because it's the same priming formation if he makes the ace point and hits on the 2, but maybe he has more closing numbers this way because the 8 is active. So a consideration, I give him credit for that. Technical move.
Somebody caught a cold. Okay. Slight gammon chances, maybe 15% or something.
This
great roll. Taking a checker off and keeping a 5-point board.
Yeah, it could be around. No, now it's way less. Gammon chances, I think, below or around 3%.
I think you move up to the 9 here. But Mochy decides otherwise.
Well, it's the only move where you can make 2 crossovers. Usually you don't make points when you want to bear in. You go for maximum flexibility. But of course, crossovers are big in the count, yeah. So only bad number if he would roll the same again. This is the only number which wouldn't bear him off. 34 good numbers for him. Yeah. And it's a 2-point game. It was super interesting.
Yes.
I mean, what a great start. Yeah.
Yes. And a good or excellent double by Geert. It was maybe a bit opportunistic or optimistic. But if it's only a 35 millipoint mistake to double, I think he's quite right in doing so against Mochy.
I think he has some reference here. I don't think he just figured that out over the board. He had a certain awareness to stop there and to think. Yeah. And I like his decision, especially when it was as close as Terje mentioned. Then I like his decision a lot.
Me too.
Yeah,
for sure.
And what we've seen, nothing super. I mean, he had good dice, but nothing super unusual happened. And he had the upper hand since he doubled.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mochy has the choice between making an outfield point and splitting. Oh, double hitting.
Yes, with all these.
Probably right.
So there's a small dilemma, you know. You bring all these great builders down with the 4-3, and then you settle for the poor bar point. Yeah, of course, with these builders, your desire is the 5 or the 4. Yeah, and Gunnar is here. Yeah. It's an old interesting discussion, you know, about the flanks and the strengths of the computer and how we perceive strengths. Well, first of all, extreme is just a tool. It's not the measurement of a sport. No sport goes by statistic. I mean, just imagine tennis. And the people would see, after they see who won the match, the statistics would show bad first serve and very slow volleys and whatever, and then they give the trophy to the other guy. I mean, this would be, who would watch tennis anymore? Yeah. It's always two players against each other. And in the training and in the analysis, it's the best tool we have. So super interesting move from Mochy. He wanted to keep his position. He thought he keeps his position more valuable by the double hit. And I understand the dilemma of bringing those great builders down and then only settling for the bar. And now there's another thinking involved. He has a blitzing position. He could also make the ace point.
Yes, he could have pick and passed.
And I think he missed a consideration here.
Okay.
Pick and build, actually. Fast. Pick and build would be maybe the best.
Pick and cover, yeah.
Pick and cover, yeah.
There, no, okay.
Geert has a great position to improve.
Okay.
Almost every roll makes a point.
So he has a choice here between the 4 point or the 2 point?
Yes, and since he is down in the race and Mochy made already the 1 point, some merits, of course, to put him on the bar, because it's a kind of tempo hit, but there's not great builder strength on the other side. So I think positional-wise, he really did very well.
Yes, typical Geert move. Not wanting to compromise his structure by making a deep point.
Very positional play. Well, in this position, Mochy is far from the cube, I think, because he could be technically too good. Yeah. But so there's a lot of music in the air.
Don't you have your doubts by this cube? Because you told me a couple of days ago, if your position has developed in such a powerful way, it's a pity to only harvest 1 point.
Mochy made his choice. I think I would really consider the play on. Maybe he thought if he doubles fast, you know, there's sometimes there are certain acting patterns also over the board. Sometimes you're inclined to take something if you get. But I mean, Geert is not this kind of guy who is tricked into things.
No.
The path was very clear.
Sure.
And of course, once I earn such a position, I would really make sure if I can squeeze more out of it. Yeah.
But maybe Mochy was also considering the score and being happy with 1 point because it brings him to an even number away.
It would be nicer to bring him to an even score, you know, to equalize the score than to get an even away score.
Okay. Yes, that's a more important consideration.
Should be the main goal.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, not the final of the Super Jackpot, but the final of the doubles will be played tonight. 8:30 if there's no schedule change.
To 6. You can make the bar points or hit and run to the 10. I think with the blot in black's board, this might be my choice. It's another hit or not decision. But the bar point has less value because of the 21 point made. But I wouldn't be surprised if Geert went for this variation.
So Geert is up in the race by 14 pips. Now he would be up significantly more, almost like 30 pips.
Goes for the hit. It's early in the game.
Of course, the single finals is played tomorrow in the afternoon.
No re-hit. Wow.
Yeah, this is the downside of such a move.
Yes. So Geert now looks vulnerable.
Okay, Norwegians are rocking World Backgammon this year. I mean, German Championship, Nordic Open. It's amazing what they accomplish. We see many people from Norway also getting stronger and stronger. So this is definitely the Norwegian year. If I would say if it's a year of a nation, it's definitely the Norwegian year.
So Geert is pondering to play the 6 behind the anchor.
I don't think he's settling for that move. Yeah. Because this just disconnects his players, his checkers. This is not his style, and I don't think the position likes it either. He wants to help his man, you know, to build a good network, and the network is disconnected.
Okay, nice.
He doesn't find a really powerful duplication to narrow down the spectrum of Mochy's rolls. So yeah, Mochy rolled a great joker. Now it's all about a 5.
There it is.
Good news and bad news. 11 hits and 11 dancers, and he found the mixture.
That looks like a good one. Does many good things at the same time. It enters 2 checkers, but is under attack and has an extra blot in the outfield and no structural improvement whatsoever. So an understandable cube by Mochy. I think Geert will let this one go.
I can imagine it. I mean, he didn't do anything for his position. Basically, he moved a 2-3, while his opponent moved a lot of checkers and has a great attack now.
Oh, yes. Wow.
He has a starting position with a 2-3.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. These optics escape me sometimes. Wow. Yes.
Geert really wants to make sure, but I wouldn't sacrifice too much time. Yeah. I mean, this is only the 3rd game, and the 2nd game was extremely quick. So,
Well, this is probably Geert's Achilles heel. He is very much aware that he should manage his time well, but keeps sometimes stepping into the same trap. He's like fretting over this decision, but I think he will end up passing. Yeah.
Mochy has the absolute poker face, trying to steer into nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Okay. That's a nice move by you, Toby.
Yeah.
Yes, because Geert, when he goes into the tank, he has a very expressive face.
Yeah.
And it's a great joy to watch him struggle. Okay, good. I think it's a good drop. Let's see if Terrier or somebody else can confirm the correctness of the pass.
I can confirm you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I have no doubts here.
So Mochy opened with a 4-1 slot. Interesting.
So the difference between this the slotting and the splitting belay is very, very small. Yeah, and sometimes people always train with a computer, so they don't know anymore, how to respond to the other kind of move.
Right.
Yeah? So you get a different development sometimes. To make a small variation can be very right in a competition if you have more experience.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's the same one with the 6-4 opening. We all know that the computer says you need to make the deuce point if you are behind, but what with the follow-up?
Yes.
The checker plays can be very
basically
tricky.
a coin toss. Yeah.
It's a coin toss.
Yeah.
But
fractions of a percentage.
Not everybody, I think maybe the big split is easier to play than making the deuce point and go from there. $5-1 for Geert. I don't know if he has already.
I think he hit with the ace, and now he hit again with the 5.
Good. Yes, a useful 3 for Mochy. Geert needs to come in. He does, big time.
So Mochy can make a 4' now, or he can maintain his attack. I think the 4' has more value. 11-8 and 13-7.
I see. Yeah. Interesting.
So the last position, Terrier entered, and he said he thinks it's a big take.
Oh.
I'm fairly surprised. I take everything back what I said, but I'm really surprised about that. Wow. Being down like 30. But I think like the spread, no. Actually, I'm still surprised.
Yeah.
I have no explanation. I'm still surprised.
Geert ended up making the 4' like you suggested. Great play.
Yes, for the attacking play, he just didn't have enough men in the zone. So
here Mochy
both have 4 points in front of their opponents, and both have 3 men back.
It's a hitter. Mochy for a moment considered making the 9-point instead of the 21-point anchor.
And I understand the thinking behind this, because this prime is more like a monument. It's not very flexible. He wouldn't move it if he wouldn't just roll like a 4 or something like that. So I would have inclined to make the 9-point.
Mochy considered it briefly, but rejected the option. Okay, now with the 2 anchors, Mochy goes pure by slotting the bar point. Nice anchoring roll for Geert. Okay, you step up in the back, I would say.
And make the point. This looks like the perfect roll.
Right.
And very often we've seen Mochy setting up the play he doesn't like to make, you know, and maybe now he sets up the play he wants to make. It's quite a surprise. Huh? He's changing his patterns here. Another 3-1 with quite some value, but Mochy got more out of his 3-1. So he's winning in this sequence. But in the position, of course, Geert is still dominant.
Is this a double hit? Or would you keep your...
That's a common part. And now there's thinking involved.
Yeah. So maybe we can switch again to Geert's close-up. Because Geert can really think for 45 seconds about things.
But this way we don't see the whole board. I switch back.
6-5 just fails to make the 9 points.
But he can hop out and make the 3-point. That's a very good roll, actually.
Definitely.
Sometimes it's hard to see because you're focused on a different aspect. But the anchor is only a burden right now. Yeah.
I agree. There's nothing to be afraid of.
No, it's just it's a privilege to have a 5 here in this position and jump this prime.
Okay, wow. Is he edging closer to a cube? I guess he is.
Well, he has a very powerful position and there's some gammons involved. Yeah, there's no second anchor.
He knows he has to be aggressive.
Mochy needs a second anchor and he doesn't have one. So this can very well be a pass. It's not so easy to find a take here, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she lets it go.
Yeah.
So 3-2 to Geert. Mochy goes for making the deuce point. 2-1 needs to slot.
He goes for the theoretical right play. Yeah. He denied it with a 4-1 previously at even score, but or maybe he's also roll out results. You know, sometimes we don't all have the same material we are working with.
So with a 9-away, 8-away score, both players already a little under their comfortable time bank. Which I would say in Geert's case is a bit risky.
He is still more than a minute per point he want to make. And you never know. At least Mochy, sometimes he gets higher cubes and could be the same for Geert. So by now they're making point by point, but we can see maybe any game could be the last game. You know, it's an 8-away score. It's an 8-away score, so a 4-cube gammon.
Yeah,
we have seen it before.
It'll be interesting to see how this match develops, for sure. 6-4 makes the bar. Some people would play it fast. He could also vacate the 17 points and get full freedom and make the 11 point in the process.
He is faster now. He's controlling better. He's less controlled.
It's actually a difficult decision, I would say.
It is a very difficult decision.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This looks good. Keeps a bit contact and control of Black's outfield and his own outfield.
Mochy is speeding up a little bit, so the position is clear to him, and he doesn't don't want to delay.
What's this?
The
5-4.
Not one of his best, for sure.
Oh,
I would vote for a single shot against a stronger board and with the lead. And this is the only way if you want to leave a single shot.
oh.
Yeah, this goes in the right direction, but it leaves like many more numbers.
Bit of a dilemma here. Do you step up or do you keep the checker back to keep contact on that blot? I would step it up.
You could also play like 10-8 and 7-4. Stepping up would mean stepping out probably already, but not in all variations Geert can cover. So you want an early shot, you don't want a late shot. Your timing is not so perfect, yeah? So how to narrow it down? So 10-8 and 7-4 would be one consideration, and the other would be completely out. I would need more time to find my move here. Now Mochy is unhappy. He would get more of the position staying back. But he got a lot out of the sequence. He's a clear winner in the sequence.
You mean white?
No, Mochy.
Black.
Mochy, yeah, Mochy is black. He's a clear winner in the sequence. Yeah.
Because Geert might get into timing trouble.
Yes, Geert is fast, but he's not fast running with his feet. He's running fast with his middle body. So it's like he's slipping out. Shots are coming. So fast means being fast with a checker at the end. You know, then you are fast. It's a positive fast. Yeah.
Yes.
But
being fast with the front checkers.
You always slip out. You know, this is a bad way of being fast. Probably just to the 4. Yeah, this is a common part. That's right. But my prediction is he will go 7-4 and then remake the. No, he doesn't. Brings him more timing, leaving the position less stripped.
Nice improvement for Geert.
Very big role for him. 6-6, 4 would have been better, but right afterwards is 3-1.
Wow, this looks pay now or clear the 6?
Pay now. Pay now. You have to pay anyhow, you know?
Yes.
This is, that roll comes for a price, and here at least you get something for it.
Cube territory? No, not yet.
Close to the territory, but it's really
too speculative, maybe.
Yeah, it's not that far off, you know, but it's deep in the opponent's outfield. Small things could change, you know, if he would like be 2 pips advanced on the 15 instead of the 17. Yeah. It's a very big and crucial miss for Mochy.
Now I think the cube should be coming.
Yes, Geert is a clear favorite in the race, and he's about to cut contact. It's about to evaluate the shot equity.
With no spares on 6 and 5, the position is a little inflexible, so you cannot really afford to take a free roll.
I think black is down 28 pips. The only immediate shot number is like 6-3, and this would be only indirect. 5-4 would be also indirect shot. 2-1 also indirect shot. 3-1 also indirect shot. No numbers leave a direct shot here. In the race, he's just toast. Yeah.
Yes.
There's the remaining race percentages. Kleiman has a formula for this. I'm not using it, but I guess they're really low. They're really low. There's some shot equity clearing the overstack 8 point, and they are pushed by having still a spare back. Also, no spares on the 6 and the 5.
So maybe these structural deficiencies may tempt Mochy into...
They are not tempting him, maybe, but they give him a reason to look closely into the position. Sure, he has strong references here. This is not one of his best.
No.
Continuing to overstack. No relief, but with spares on the 6 and the 5.
But no choice.
Absolutely. Eric is back. Ryan, he knows this is an easy take. Okay, we didn't.
Oops.
Yeah, he can't leave a shot here.
No.
You can't leave a double shot for all. So this is it's a nasty roll, but it's an easy decision.
No, it still plays.
It still plays, absolutely. Yeah. He would have preferred to have a 3, but he's happy he doesn't have a 4.
Right.
On the dice, I mean. Yeah, okay. Now he really doesn't like to have a 4. That's a very good one.
Very good one.
That's a very good one.
Still not out of the woods yet. Mochy decides to keep a 6, save a 6, and that's a shot lever.
30 numbers, a little bit more than the third of the rolls.
How he hits it, that's a pity. For Geert, I would say.
I understand he's a close friend of you.
Right.
Yes, you can't switch it off completely.
No. It will be a bit cynical of me to root for Mochy.
So I will take Mochy's side a little bit to make us balanced again, okay?
Good.
Yeah. So great roll for Mochy here.
So he has like, what, 3% gammon chances here? As long as he doesn't have any blood levers, he's okay.
Very unspectacular. If you have any bad numbers, usually you cube the opponent out. Yeah. Mochy took over the lead, and now it's 7 away, 8 away to Mochy's favor.
Geert, you see, Geert is going to go for a break with precise time limitations.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Me too. Yep. Don't say let's have a break and then you don't know whether it's a 15 or 5-minute break.
Yeah, especially in the past, this was a big problem. I mean, actually, some people are complaining backgammon isn't growing. Backgammon is growing. We see more and more new people coming in, and a lot of people don't know what happened in the past. The development of the clocks is a newer development. It's not more than 10 years ago that it was an irregular thing or an unexpected thing to have a match clocked in a backgammon tournament. And having rules, or general rules and strict break time That's also a new development. These are all great developments, and some people think it's just normal. It was always like this. It's not, you know. That's some people fought for it. Some people pushed this development, and it's a big step ahead in getting a face like a sport. Yeah.
Yes, the next big step will be rules of conduct, in my opinion.
Rules of conduct, please. Can you tell me more?
Rules of conduct, table attitude. You know, it's like in Wimbledon tennis. You are no longer allowed to smash your racket against the umpire's chair, or you get a warning, or even a game or something like that. Rules of conduct. I must say, sadly, that I saw some very sad behavior over the boards in Monte Carlo. It was, to me, like shocking that it's possible. If you compare this with the bridge world, you know, the president of our Belgian federation is also the president of the Belgian Bridge Federation. He used to play in Olympiads. People are not allowed to drink in bridge. You cannot have a beer before your match. You cannot have beer or alcohol on you. You cannot have your cell phones with you. You have to be on time. And in chess, if you are not there at 2 o'clock, if your match is scheduled at 2 o'clock, if you are not there at 2 o'clock, you lose the match on the spot. I'm in favor of clearer rules of conduct. And Arda told me, well, you know, smashing the clock and throwing your arms up in despair and complaining all the time, it's another culture. I think it's a weak excuse. Sorry for that. I think we need to have clear rules of conduct, and if you breach those rules, you should be out.
Yeah, I wouldn't name that culture at all. I wouldn't say it's another culture. It's just bad behavior. I am not 100% sure, you know, if this is the first thing I want to see. Maybe I want to see also rules for the organizers, like everybody has their own desk, or like a little bit more space or there would be like certain rules for silence in the room or something like this. I see this could also help the game, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I agree. And I heard Richard Munitz from the United States make a case for having a monitor, you know, for every match. This is surely very impractical in a tournament situation. But in Belgium, we do have a competition with the elite 13 players of Belgium, and we play UBC format, so duels of 3, 6, or 9 matches. Every match is live transcribed, and the transcriber is also the referee. So he doesn't just sit there mechanically or robotically transcribing the match, but he also has the duty to make sure that everything...
He has an active role.
An active role, indeed. So we played hundreds of matches, and there's always 3 people present. And the transcriber has a refereeing role.
Yeah, I mean, I like the general idea, and I think it sounds very good. But as you mentioned before, maybe it's a little bit unpractical. Yeah. But it's certainly, I can see there could be good developments here. This is certainly something to think about, and I would like to see that more often. Yeah. Sometimes you can also advocate for rules you wanna implement in showing them. So maybe if you find a way to stream these elite player event of Belgium, yeah.
We did.
Maybe some organizers, maybe you should publish it more all over the world, so the people could see the benefits of it and how it lifts the culture.
Yes, I agree. And I see there that Fritz asks me if I'm not sounding a bit too Germanisch. I understand that. I mean, maybe yes. Maybe I'm a bit too much of a disciplinarian. But this is because I feel comfortable when my opponent is a pleasant person. And I think this is part of the old backgammon culture, that you should try to take your opponent out of balance, get under his skin, all these expressions. I think it's ungentlemanlike, it's unfair, it's not really true to the sport. If I see in chess, people play chess, and the loser, when they discuss some actions or some plays and move on in a gentlemanly fashion. But this trying to get under your opponent's skin by, asking for unreasonable things, or getting up, or picking up the checkers too early, or using both hands. Why are there rules if they are not enforced?
Yeah, you need a way to enforce them. Otherwise, it makes no sense to bring more rules. Also. Yeah.
Okay, but I should not get too carried away here, because this is a personal opinion.
Yeah, but in the break time also we can express other aspects sometimes.
That's true. It's an interesting discussion, and it's polarizing. I know, if we think of Sander Lilov, for instance. I mean, some people think it's great fun, the way Sander Lilov behaves over the board, having a beer, cubing, getting up, having a beer, having a high five with his opponent. Not every player thinks this is great.
Michel, rather, I like people bringing up real examples, but on the other hand, I would prefer not to bring out names. Just
I mean, he is an icon in the backgammon world, and so he has a role. He is a role model, and I think it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe he was pushed by the public into this role. I don't think actually that he's working to be an outstanding figure. He's appearing only once a while, and it's about the media and the social media, how strong they want to promote that,
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a polarizing thing, because there are fans of it, and there are people who are who don't like.
Yes, maybe we should. Maybe we should think, about the promoters who always promote that this is so great, instead of him just doing it,
I understand.
Maybe
I understand the comments in the chat, Fritz. Sure, I understand. But I have talked to many people, and there are many people. I think it's very polarized, maybe right down the middle. Could you have a glass of champagne while you are playing backgammon? I think, sure, in money games, maybe in little jackpots, €50 jackpots or so, well, feel free to have champagne or smoke a joint or whatever.
Not in the tournament.
But not in the World Championship.
Yeah, okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and self-censor.
Okay.
Thank you for this. You give me a warning, and I can see this yellow card already over there in your breast pocket.
No, I will never give you a yellow card. You're my dear friend.
Yeah.
Daniel said something. Hi, Dani. Yeah. Are you in Switzerland now or in Thailand? Yeah, you mentioned something very interesting. We actually have something like that. The WBGF, the roof organization of the countries, they published, it was based on Carsten Bredal's idea. They published a ranking of accumulated results from different tournaments. Yeah. Of course, it has also flunks, but similar like tennis. We remember, for example, like 20 years ago, there was an Austrian player named Thomas Muster. He became the number world of the tennis scene, even though nobody had a doubt he should be only among the top 10, but not on the top of it. But he played that many tournaments that he accumulated that many points to become number one. It was his strategy, and the rules are the same for everybody. So we have a similar thing on the WBGF page. Not all tournaments director are involved. Everybody can be involved voluntarily. Yeah, you don't need to apply for it. You just have to bring your results and get an administration code, and every tournament can be part of it. And There are certain criteria like how high is the entrance fee, how long are the matches, what format is used. And then the players who participated in the tournaments get points, and they get into this list. Cambodia. Oh, this is nice. I hope you have a good time there. And for sure it's sunny. I guess for sure it's sunny. It's sunny here too, by the way. Yeah, Geert is already back. And since they made it clear what time they'll be back at the board, also Mochy is back. Getting a little bit sugar for the energy. And we enter a new game. Or two, first inner board point. Cock dice, you could refresh your time. I would recommend this to Geert. I usually do it for my opponent, and I think that's the right behavior. Also, it's an acknowledgement of the facts from your opponent. Two one. Many people don't like to make this the 23 anchor, but all other checkers were placed well, and you don't want to step necessarily into some threats. Also, you don't like to be blocked, but I like the move actually. 6-3, hitting is clear. And 3 was a question either stepping up or 11-14.
Stepping up was an option. Now he has the choice between splitting, I think, or safetying the blood. It's a nice 5.
Absolutely.
And a nice ace.
And a nice ace.
Wonderful,
Not that
yes.
it looked like a harmless roll, but it accomplished good things on both sides. One 6. Clear necessity of the position is that Mochy needs a guy on top of his formation to get into action.
Mm-hmm.
The lonely blood wants to be attacked. It can be only best way to attack him is not to tear up a point, but to keep the priming formation. 5-3 running all the way.
Instead of making the 3 points.
Well, maybe the next way you can't. Maybe the next move you're on the bar, and also roll by roll, it's getting usually harder to not to be hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think this is the best choice.
And the spare on the 8 is also a good spare. It's not an easy decision because you want to equalize the board somehow, and you get more returns when he hits you loose in his inner board than in the outside, where you get no returns. Also, once you are on the bar, it's very difficult to make points. Maybe you should make points now while you can. It is a hard choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not trivial here what to do.
Yes, and there's a Scottish chess grandmaster who wrote a book, Chess for Zebras, and he coined the term or the phrase paralysis through analysis. And here it can fall victim to that, you know. It's a difficult choice. Maybe there's not much in it, and you can keep pondering these things. sometimes from a match strategic or time management viewpoint, it's better to just do something and press your clock. Okay, Geert went for the escaping roll or the escape attempt, and it paid off.
Very tough choice, and he didn't make it easy for himself. Yeah, he didn't rush into that decision. Yeah.
Now, Mochy is probably pondering whether what to do. Does he step out to the 18, to the 20?
This way I would go for the bar, actually. It just shows you more of the field, and I also think, like, strategic-wise, it's more of an asset to make the bar than the 5 in this kind of position. So to me it would be 23-18 and 13-10.
But maybe he doesn't want to make the 18 points.
1 second. Thank you, Denise, for the sound mentioning. Yeah, I hope it's good again.
Mochy is down about 20 pips, I think.
So it's either running or making the 8 point and going to the 5.
Running seems fine. Keeping plenty of contact. Geert makes the 5 point, big improvement.
Great roll for him.
Now Mochy's choice depends much on the race. It's 123 for Mochy. The race is actually very close now.
So if the race is very close, Mochy should escape. Because with the most rolls he cannot run. Yeah, so better run now while you can. Also think like Geert has more numbers to improve his position than. Okay, it's Geert's decision. He's considering the double now. I didn't get it. I'm sorry for that. This is 6 and 6, 12 down. 12 down. 22. Is it 1 pip different?
Something like that. So an equal race plus a direct shot normally translates into a double, and Geert goes for it.
It's 13 hitting numbers. It's another interesting aspect. The smaller the hit is, the higher are the misses. So this is also good for the race.
Yes. Yes.
So actually, if you only have an ace to hit, it means like if you miss, you have higher numbers in the race. So that also applied a little bit for the 3 on the lower side of the spectrum, but on the higher lower side of the spectrum. Yeah. Could have been right. One thing for sure, at his score, he really prefers to make 2 points. He's 8 away. He prefers to go to 6 away instead of 7 away.
Yes.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to miss his market, and 3s were clearly market losers. So summing up all this, it seems like a really good double to me.
Okay. Wow. This looks a bit like a game winner, this double 6. So in these non-skill positions, Geert is comfortable.
I think he's also comfortable in the skill positions.
That's true. That's true. But it takes a bit of pressure away.
Yeah, and he plays faster, right?
That you have no-brainer decisions for like 10 rolls.
Yeah, it's like
it takes the pressure off a bit.
It's a good release. It's a good release here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Not only double six, also double four. He won't win a gammon in that position, but it's very unlikely he losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 0 gammons in. Yeah, proper, very nice of Geert getting him the die back.
Mm-hmm.
Mochy rolled it out of the board. The right procedure is always the first thing: stop the clock.
Yes.
Then get the die, and then refresh the time because it's like a cocked roll. But of course, in a simple pair of time refreshment is not so necessary. The most necessary thing is to stop the clock when the die leaves the table.
Mm-hmm. Well, dice leaving the table, I think that's all very fine if it happens once in a blue moon. But some players, sometimes they need 3 rolls to make a valid roll.
Yeah, that could be solved maybe by a baffle box.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And
also another thing, I mean, I've been around for many years, and I think you too. And in the past, backgammon has been a good market, and it's becoming a market again. And in the past, we did have cheating, and I think we can get it back, without wanting it. So we should prevent it before it's happening.
Yes.
Yeah. We should prevent it.
Geert is actually quite proud of the fact that his dice hardly ever jump out of the board.
Yeah. And no, I'm just referring to baffle box in general. They are a big help of making sure there's no exchange of dice or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there are the 2 valuable points for Geert. It's now 6 away, 7 away.
Small edge again for Geert. Positional advantage.
But a bit clock disadvantage.
A little bit clock disadvantage, right? Now he has a minute for every point he needs. He used to start out with 2 minutes for every point he needs.
Aha, that's a double hit.
I agree with you. Fighting for the good points.
Mm-hmm. Hitting and covering the 4 points is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, not many things possible here with the 3-1, but it's a good roll.
So this could potentially become a bit complicated.
It is already complicated.
Yeah.
For me, it's already complicated.
But a lot depends on what you roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure about this rule, about this checker play.
Well, he certainly needs building power. And the 5 point is the most valuable point for both. The opponent's 5 point also. So hitting comes for a price. And diversifying a little bit brings additional equity. So he needs new points.
So this is something where Geert might lose some time again. Wouldn't be surprised if he spent half a minute on this.
So 2 of them are clear, right? 13-7. There's a big craving for the bar point.
Yes.
And now it looks like the first play catching the eye is getting out here. And but not maybe all the way. This is not the common part. Probably the common part is just playing it to the 16 and then thinking about the last one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also see, the opponent can only hit you by leaving the anchor. Yeah, and here the opponent can hit you from the midpoint. So hitting is a little bit poisoned, and here you have the builders where you want them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's also slotting points you can possibly make, and you usually want to make them. So yes. I like the idea, but the common part was like 1-6 less, leaving it on the, and then think about the last one.
But you can see that almost a minute has passed by for this level 6.
And I think it's a difficult move.
True, but there will be more difficult moves in this game. You cannot spend a minute on each one.
Sometimes you adjust your thinking by thinking on one play to the understanding of the whole position. Yeah, mm-hmm. It could be very well that after this move, he understands the position way better, or he set up his strategy in a way that he can move faster afterwards. Right. Let's hope that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Here you can hit off the butterfly anchor.
Tapio is with us. Hello. Yes, you could also hit and make the 10 point. The 10 point has a merit. You know, there are assets of having an outfield point.
Okay. And the 6s don't play well.
And since you're down in the, of course, you want to keep the midpoint to prevent your opponent of making it. But mm-hmm. being down in the race, you also like to keep the lower anchor maybe. So two things speaks for the play he was setting up, and like one thing speaks for the other move.
Mm-hmm. Hard to balance.
It's hard to balance. It's absolutely right what you say. All positions are a weighing process. You know, you put things on the scale, you see what does this for that, what does this for this, and then you have to weigh it. Yeah. You need a sharp eye and
wow,
good reference. He really surprised us with a move we haven't considered.
Yes, SQing the hit altogether.
So he keeps a double anchor, maybe the best strategy, and he slots the next points he want to make.
So Geert can make an outfield point.
And maybe he should do it without hitting.
Ah, yes. Preventing his opponent from establishing a third anchor.
Or giving him more timing.
Uh-huh. Wow. This is creative.
And it was creative and very fast also.
Yeah, but I'm sure he feels the pressure slightly.
The time pressure?
The time pressure, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, really down to 4 minutes. It's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And now he changed his strategy. Do you really want to hit this guy? Yeah, it feels like now he's rushing into decisions.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's a clear, good call that he feels the time pressure. He's rushing into decisions.
Fives, okay. One, two. Hmm.
I like this move.
Mm-hmm.
Duplicating sixes. Of course, you get hit more often, but you get hit with a number the opponent doesn't want to hit you. And maybe Mochy won't even hit with the six. I think the sixes might be, the shot might be too early and the sixes are too value on the other hand. So I like his thinking and I like the style. I don't like his time.
It's like playing against a 5-3 back game. We all know that there are technicalities, challenging technicalities or tactical things involved. There are not many players who are really comfortable in playing against back games. So I'm sure Geert is aware of error or even blunder potential, decides to stay on his anchor.
Ooh.
It's a tricky one. He knows it.
I'm not that sure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he surrendered and just.
I agree.
I think he couldn't see it clear, so he just made a move because it's too many time invested already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, this plays awkward.
Yeah, and it's awkward because he chose to stay back with the 5, where he's blocked most while he's up in the race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree. This makes the bar. It's a great roll.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, that's a fine roll. Stepping up with the ace.
He really wanted to jump out here.
Yes.
Yeah. At least he did a little bit, but he really wanted to jump out.
Now Mochy takes some control of the outfield.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's another fine roll.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best, but okay. Strengthening the board.
Just still okay. Let's hope for him. I mean, you should hope that he jumps the prime. Mochy showed his expertise by putting up this position. I mean, he came from nowhere in this game.
Yep, I agree. That's a good 5. Crucial.
Now maybe he has to settle for a bad point, a 3-point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also where he didn't like the spare, but that was a roll. 3-1 wasn't brilliant at all. Double 2 just plays in.
Mm-hmm.
No room for creativity here.
Ooh, this makes the 9.
Oh, this is very strong.
Very, very, yeah.
This is very strong. Every 6 runs out. Immediately. Geert, it's such a gift, the 6. It's such a gift.
Yeah. Geert is maybe unraveling a bit, being aware of the complexity of the position.
Yeah, and he at a certain moment he got just nervous about the lack of time.
Yeah. Really joker dependent now. I'm sure in his mind he's already preparing for letting this one go. But still he has the race advantage.
And not only this, he has a very strong inboard, so 6-5 would turn the whole game around again.
Does he want to keep a 6? He does.
If you want to keep it, that's the move. Yeah, you want to go to the 6. And you want to stay back with you. It's a 6-5. Amazing.
Wow, you mentioned it. That's a super joker.
Yeah. And now there are even gammons if he continues dancing.
Wow, but this is a challenging cube decision.
But only the sixes go out. But if you roll a six,
you use your market by lot.
Yeah.
He does go for it. Mochy will take, right?
Well, there are many considerations for Mochy now. His opponent's time, the possible gammons, yeah, and maybe also he's thinking not only like a XG quiz, but his advantage in the edge, his edge in total.
Yeah, I think when Mochy was smiling, he was smiling at the challenge. He may know, or he may suspect that he had a correct XG take, but felt the danger and decided to let it go.
Interesting read about his face. Yeah.
Look at Geert.
Yeah. Geert is very annoyed. Now this is actually the time where he should take another break. I think he has I don't know if he has a second break or if they could agree to one, but he need to recalibrate his his acting.
Phrased, yes. Well, he played against Peter Jess Thompson last year in Monaco. And after the match, Peter Jess Thompson told him, I have the impression that you keep thinking of previous possible errors, even when the game is over. You should really recalibrate, like you say, forget everything that has happened, start from fresh and say, okay, it's 5 away, 7 away, let's go from here, and don't think about what you may have done wrong in previous games.
Very nice, friendly advice of a great player.
Yes, and he gave it freely. Okay, he has a choice here between bringing 3 down and make the 9, which creates a robust position, but gives up the midpoint. I would not know how to assess this. The double tiger play is an overplay, maybe? Ryan says, hurry it up, dude.
Yeah.
The TF, what might that mean?
The fuck, but sorry. Yeah.
I knew it.
Okay.
Sorry for tempting you into a...
Yeah, and I fell
you fell for it. Sorry. This is typical for Ryan, very outspoken. Okay, so 5 away, 7 away. At least Geert is not entangled in such a complex position as in the previous game. That's a fine roll, no-brainer. 2.5 minutes for Geert to dance.
This can be action here.
XG Mobile indicated a take for Mochy in the previous game. I saw Mochy laughing a bit sarcastically when he got the cube. Once again, aggressive cube action by Geert.
It worked before, why shouldn't it work now?
This is a clear take, right?
I don't know. I mean, he's ruling the board. He's ruling the board everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't counted the raise that quick. I think he's also up.
96, 95, 97, 137. 101, 125.
Yeah, he's up big time.
Yeah, 15 pips, and Mochy lets it go again. Here now 4 away. Happy score.
Very happy score. His time could be just perfect, and maybe he realizes this.
Yeah, yes.
He's a double gammon away of winning this whole match.
Yes, Ryan is gives some sensible advice. So cubing aggressively helps the player who is under time pressure, shortens the match, and especially against a more skillful player, I think it's a good strategy.
Whenever you do something from the 8, you want to bring new guys from the midpoint.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, of course.
Mm-hmm. Wow, another good one. Now splitting or diversifying or spreading.
Well, it's an attacking position, so I would just continue the theme here.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, your position becomes so much more powerful with the split. Yeah.
Things are going south. For
He gets, I
Mochy.
think he gets another point here. What? What? Yeah.
Make the 9 and split
Yeah.
this time.
I think you lost the momentum.
Mm.
It's definitely not too good. And Mochy showed some passing here
Mm-hmm.
before, so maybe it was not. He has a certain lead, of course, and his time is fine again. So yeah, he's right to wait. Yeah, he's right to wait.
Aces.
He's right to wait.
The 8 point. Is it more important?
I like
than
this
the 4
move.
point?
It's more scary, I guess.
Okay.
It's more scary, I guess, to make inboard points.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More pressure.
Makes the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's not an escaping roll, but it's a nice one.
It's
Nevertheless.
very nice.
Nevertheless.
Very nice.
What now? Out and down?
I would do out and down. I would keep the prime. Because one essential thing is that you want to hit. And you cannot hit if you don't have a third guy if you make the ace point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Choices again. Double hitting, making the bar, making the 5.
Not making the bar, that I ensure you.
Good. Thank you. Okay, there's the double hit. Geert, not afraid to pause. Deep sighs from Geert. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure.
And
He's
this
on the
is the
verge
ace
of a big
point.
victory.
Yeah. Can't give any shots against this board.
Okay, coming in with 2. Sigh of relief. No pointing number.
6-1.
Yes.
You point, but you don't point on the head. It's the bar point, right?
I thought by pointing number I meant on his head.
Yeah. It's no, all right. It's no attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing attacks. That's right. Yeah.
Is this better than escaping or jumping out? Not to jump the prime is a crime. Doesn't that apply here?
Well, I'm not sure about the race. I haven't counted this, and also, I mean, he needs to establish more forward energy also. So this is very complex to use any thumb rules here.
Race is close.
And also, there's a lot of score involved. The race is closed, and position is complex. The score is complex. The cube handling is complex. So I have no fast answers here. This certainly brings more for blocking and attacking. Yeah, and he is a guy who needs to make match points more. You know, I mean, he's trailing, so.
Wow, look at this cube.
Yeah, Mochy's not in the bar. How can he pass this now?
Is this a bluff cube or is it reasonable?
Well, it's reasonable for Mochy passing at least 1 take, maybe 2 takes. It's reasonable because he's down to a minute. It's reasonable because he has a stronger position. It's reasonable because he has threats. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. He has market winning No, match-winning market losers. Mochy is really under pressure.
This way we got the board cut, so we switch back.
Yeah.
That you see the position. Yeah.
Mochy takes, I think this is correct. A 5 would be big. There it is.
Yeah.
Needs to bring it down now. High volatility.
Yes.
Mochy has a powerful recube in certain positions. So he has recube. Wow, 2-6 is a cruel blow for Geert. Needs to find a re-hit. Deuces and 5s. There's the deuce. He's happy with that.
He's very happy.
Yes. Mochy again under pressure to find a good number. He dances a 5. Would look like a game clincher, but it's not there. Double 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
This is the most active play for making the 2-point.
Deuces. Wow, that's a good roll. Coming on the edge of the prime and you point. I think.
And no choice, I think 13-11, duplicating the 6s.
Ah, yes.
Not what he fancies for, but 3 in, 5 hits. Mochy dances now, there's very serious gammon potential.
Oh, yes. The match could be over if Mochy dances. He does. Five, and the 2 comes up.
Mm-hmm.
4s and 6s escape.
And this way he keeps still 6 prime potential. Both in, I guess. Yeah. You don't want to get hit. You want to be have the spares perfectly distributed. That helps for it.
4s and 6s required for Geert. There's the 6.
Very big roll. Very big roll.
Okay. Super Joker aces for Mochy. No. A 6 with an ace. Wow. Geert is on the verge of a spectacular victory.
For out now.
I think I would advance the ace from 12 to 11.
Right, to give him double 5 to make a pointing number.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should look for...
yeah, especially now since he has... if this looks like the last game, if he plays it, if he wins it gammon, so squeeze everything out.
Yes. Still has... I wouldn't do that. You give him a spectacular...
Double, okay.
Aces from the bar. Look!
Yes, but you need the building.
He shouldn't have done it. He should not have given this.
And also his double 6s were bad.
That was not necessary. Okay, but he makes... Is that correct? It looks like it is. But that was a bit careless.
All right.
I think. But still, no harm done.
Well, some damage is done, but it's still... Yeah, some damage has done to his position, but he's still in the lead. He still absolutely has a driving seat. Everybody would be happy to play white here.
Sure.
Everybody would be happy to have the score. And also he has no difficult decisions in this position. So he can't, his clock is perfectly fine. Basically all his decisions are forced. Yeah.
But the aces definitely saved Mochy from losing a gammon. Of course, there are still gammons in this game, but...
And not that little, actually. Yeah? He has still ways to send a 4th man back, and 3 men on the ace is quite something.
Hmm.
Yeah, the merits of this play is you want your opponent to crack, and this is the best way to crack him.
Mm-hmm.
And
There it is.
and it just worked. And also by slotting the 5 point, you have to give up maybe the 7 or the 8, and then you can remake another good point. Yeah, nothing fancy, just out and got. Oh, really?
This is a gammon saving.
It's a scamming saving, but there's gammon saving has so much priority. Okay, I see.
2 is fine.
Yeah.
And the 3 goes to the 3, I would think.
How much excitement in that match.
That was a bit of a heart stopper.
Yeah.
First slotting the bar point, which I thought was unnecessary, then the aces by Mochy.
Yeah.
Okay, Geert looks okay now. But the gammons are much reduced.
Mm-hmm.
And the ace point game, of course, still has winning chances also, but with
very badly
board,
timed, crunched and very badly
crunched,
timed.
yes. So no containment.
Yeah.
Equity.
And could be right to leave here. Yeah. Now it's more nasty to leave.
Hmm. 5 point board.
Fortunate for Mochy, he didn't have to go.
Now he must go and he can't. So gammon percentage, what is it? 30 or something?
Increasing roll by roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Increasing roll by roll. That was equity up for Mochy.
Yes.
More equity up for Mochy.
Wow, we are now really on the edge of our seats. Needs to avoid too high numbers. Okay. Forced to leave, but maybe that was his intention anyway. Can Geert find high doubles? He probably will need one. Wow, okay, that saves the gammon for Mochy. What a miraculous.
And we get to the score 2 away, 7 away. Favoring Geert van der Stricht from Belgium.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I need to catch my breath a bit here.
Yeah.
Somebody said that lots of the things you say, Toby, have proverb potential. And I agree with that. I enjoy listening to your commentary. There's so many interesting rules of thumb.
Well, I had to explain the game to myself to advance, and maybe I'm not the smartest, so I invested a lot of. I needed to invest a lot of logic to advance. So I'm sharing this with you now.
Yeah, it's great. So we have the advantage of watching a high-level match, and in the meantime, picking up useful learning stuff. It will be happy to make the 20-point anchor. So 7 away, 2 away. black can, of course, double earlier than for money, but not too early.
Well, first of all, he needs some closing sequences. There's not enough of a position.
Oh,
I mean, two away, if this is like a gammon free and wide open, Geert is so happy to take that.
Sure.
Just a slot. Going for the best point.
Yeah. Not worried about being hit. Both players now in a heightened state of concentration. The tunnel, as you call it.
Right, it's nice how to see it. You can really see the tensions in the face.
Yes, yes, yes.
The focus is very visible. Yeah, the bar point is a very important point. You need to fight for it. You can't leave it up to the opponent. You have no timing to stay back.
Yeah, but wasn't it an option to make the 5 point and step up with the 4 maybe?
Well, his as you mentioned, his clock time is also running, so he made a choice. He's in a different mood of the precision process.
Sure. That's true. Better give away some equity than lose too much time on the clock.
Especially, he needs to have a mindset about how to act. Yeah, he doesn't want to get. He doesn't want to confuse himself or bring himself in a more nervous situation. So, and I feel it worked. You know, like a game or two games before, he had a phase where he was like shivering. He was not. He was very uncomfortable with the situation, and now he adapted to it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a different process of making decisions.
Yes.
In and hit, that's nice.
I think Geert wants to...
Takes away a roll, that's not good for Mochy, is it good? It doesn't make the prime, so this is not great.
Right.
It doesn't hit, it's also not great. Yeah. Clears the 18, so it has some merits, but overall, I don't think it was a good shake for him.
I think 14-10 is better than 13-9 because of the deuces being duplicated.
So now there's that can change the momentum.
Which
and I like that he took a little bit time here. You know what he's doing. This is certainly easier to play when it goes well. Yeah, so that can save him a lot of time to hit in the inner board because that's the easier strategy.
Got it.
So go for the best points possible, maybe the bar and the 4. Okay. This is also a consideration. I would need more time. Probably he needed more time too, but he has to deal with what he has.
Yes. Yeah.
This hit has the best effect for you when it goes well, and the least damage when it goes wrong. Oh, nice move from... I really like this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Aggressively going for the...
He knew what he is doing beforehand.
What to do?
I like the 5 point actually. Now you have something, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a long time asset. This is a more valuable point. It's way easier to continue your moves afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Good roll.
Yeah.
Whenever you end up on the opponent's 5, it's a great roll in this situation.
Yes. You want to be able to extract your runners. Yeah, Mochy scratching his head. Even for a world-class player like Mochy, these positions have challenges or pose challenges. Good play by Geert to step up the 20.
In general, it's the right thing. I was not able to process the whole position, and I was reading Denis' comment, and one thing to say, under 3 minutes is also not comfortable when you're 7 away. Yeah, so Mochy is also in time trouble, and he needs to make more points.
Yeah. Geert is threatening to make the bar points, which would increase his contact value immensely. No, but he can make another point.
That's a very good roll.
What to do? Hey, good,
this is the best for his position.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Really nice.
Mochy has lost matches on time, Denis, and he doesn't enjoy to be low on time. These are two things I can guarantee you. But his time management is better than Geert's. So but, like for the points they want to make, Mochy's time is even lower than Geert's.
Yeah. A cruel scenario for Geert, of course, would be to get a late shot and not have established a strong board yet, so he would get into a containment situation.
Yeah, but he's in the right setup, in the right mind setup. I think he can handle this. Not with perfect equity, but
no.
Yeah.
Great roll from Mochy there.
Right, this is a good move. Getting rid of the useless midpoint. It's too fast for it anyhow. For the lack of a better thing, that's the only move.
Wow, coming in is nice. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2 maybe, and I don't think you need the 17 point anymore. It holds only, it holds nothing, by the way.
You would have preferred to switch to
Flood the outfield, of course.
Yeah, he saw
way better control, but he saw it too late.
Yes.
He would have a triple shot now instead of 2 indirects and 1 direct.
What now?
Maybe making the 4 point. This brings him only in. Yeah, he's not winning from here frontwards.
That's a good play.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, he keeps a cool head.
Yeah.
That's good.
Double 4 gets stuck.
Wow.
This is not a good roll for Mochy.
The bar point goes.
Yeah. It's the only thing he can do. So now the hits are way more effective for Geert because he's less primed.
There's one. There's a. Hopla. Oh no. He likes these plays.
Yeah, it definitely is good for the winnings.
Whoa, okay.
Geert is getting the driving seat now, maybe? No, not yet.
No.
Now you have to invest a little bit time.
Make the 9.
Maybe slot the bar and make the midpoint.
Chaos flood the outfield.
That's also good.
Good, yes, yes. It's also good. Mochy cannot safety his blood from the 6.
Yeah. So I think he has to advance, right, to the 17.
Yeah, 5s and aces duplicated.
Yeah. And 2 extra 7s.
There's an ace. Which one do you pick? No! Really? Why? I'm not sure. I should not get overexcited, but maybe the one from the... Hitting the one of the 19 point there?
Probably he was not focused on that. He should have considered this. I was also, actually, my eye were on the bottom of the board, so... Yeah, now it's too late to do it. I could also make a 2-point and had a little bit in the outfield. 6-1 is very bad for Mochy.
Yes, still cannot safety his block.
It's a double shot with cheese and 2 blots. So there's another one in the outfield.
Can Geert find a 5? No. What now? What now?
This is clear, and now...
Oh, I think this increases the gammons.
Yes,
against.
but it's probably the best play. 3-6, giving up the 9, only leaving a 7 and a 11. 7 and 11, that never comes. Well, 8 numbers. Mochy doesn't want to roll a 7, except...
wow, that's a great one.
Yeah, this is a very good one. Yeah, the no-brainer.
Whoa.
Super joker.
Geert somehow must feel that maybe a big chance slipped away from him here.
Yeah.
And a gammon would be a cruel verdict.
Yeah, and you might have been right. The hit on the other side of the board.
Yeah, the ace. It looked so...
I was also focused on the downside. Very good spot. Of course, you need to be... He is low on time, but still about this crucial decision, you know, you have to...
Yes, but we need to be empathic.
Yeah.
Understand the time pressure. There is a shot, a neck shot, maybe. Can he find a deuce? No. Running. You need to run, right? You need to run. There's no use
can't waste. You can't waste. You can't...
Yes.
No way, whoa, you won all the way. You get the better distribution.
Yeah.
And more crossovers.
Yeah, Geert a bit in a panicky state now.
Yeah, he's panicking, right?
Okay, but yeah. Okay, that's a big relief for Geert because now the gammon save is assured. Wow. Ooh, wow. From a 5-1 back game, Geert suddenly had counter chances, but lacked the time to squeeze every bit of equity out of it. And now we will see Geert. You see, Geert is now fretting over what happened in the previous game. Very difficult to let go and start the next game with a clear mind.
Yeah, you gave us a good insight into your friend's behavior. And
we are all vulnerable in Belgium. You know, the top 4 players in Belgium, Mark van Dam, Geert, Johan Hoyk and myself, we are all very, very prone to get into time trouble. It's a structural weakness. Somebody even called it a character flaw.
Maybe you can work together on it, have a workshop about it.
We keep talking about it, but how?
Maybe I have to visit you in Belgium and teach you.
Yes, visit a psychiatrist.
About the time trouble.
Okay, 5 away, 2 away now. Whoa, makes the 5-point and hits. Yep, here needs a really good roll like double deuces.
This is a really good roll.
Yes, it is.
But the cube might be still coming. If there are no gammons involved, Geert's take point is extremely low. 17% if there's like no gammons. But there are some gammons. I think it was just a perfect cube action we've seen here.
I agree.
So Mochy, you doubled to hit, I guess. Now you can hit. Still controlling the side, so thinks his position is so strong that he can hit later.
Okay.
Oh. We really see interesting moves here. Yeah. I mean, that's also a nice match to rewatch.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, a 6-4 would be great. fours.
Also great.
Yeah. 1, 2 on point. Yep. Buying some time to escape.
Yeah, and reducing the gammons.
Definitely. Yeah.
So,
okay, you can come in on the 24 to maximize contact and prevent Geert from
or the
playing
21
behind you.
anchor.
Yeah, the 21 anchor, sure.
Yeah,
but now Geert can play a bit comfortably behind him. 6-4, simple. Race. Gets hit though.
Mm-hmm. And bring the other guy down too.
Mm-hmm. It's a different choice. Re-establishing the midpoint.
I would have been focused on making the inner board points and choose another play.
Okay.
Instead of the outfield control.
I see. Mm-hmm. Oh, where does the 6 go?
Probably a slot.
Slot something.
Yeah. In your board, I mean, he values, he risks something for making the midpoint, so he's not giving it up by slotting. It's too many blots. Yeah. He does. Wow, I will rewatch this match. I will put it in myself, no matter if I get the file or not.
Double hits here, Geert.
This is very exciting what he shows us here. Good lecture.
Geert. Okay, 6 and 4. Okay, well spotted. Mochy under pressure to perform. Oh, there's the 3.
Yeah, strong performance actually. Both in and a hit.
Now you badly need to come in and hit back if you can.
Oh, this is super strong.
Yes, super strong. Which 6 to hit?
I would go out actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to assess.
Very hard to assess. The game is moving so far that fast that I don't want to push reasons.
No.
We don't want to miss what's happening here right now.
Right. We can only experience the excitement and try to imagine what it would be to be in those players' shoes.
Yeah.
Mochy goes for it with a hit and the jump. It's a bad dance for Geert. The 3 covers. 5 comes out, I would say. Maybe there is something to say for this one. 1. The 4, where does that one go? To the deuce. I agree with that play somehow.
You should be up in the race, and if you're not getting hit, then you only have to free the back man. Yeah.
Right.
So he creates other problems if he would hit.
Yep. It's not about aesthetics. Double 3. Okay.
Well, if you think that winning is aesthetic, it's very aesthetic.
Less than half a minute for Geert.
Yes, and 1 minute 30 for Mochy.
We can all feel the tension. Come on, Geert.
Refresh your time. Slotting the 3 will be his play. Yeah.
Pointing number.
Yes.
Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Not much room for fantasy here.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see what
I would have, he doesn't want to duplicate the 6s, I understand, but it's also like a kind of duplication of aces. Yeah, that was more clear.
Oh, that's a double 2.
Wow, what a number!
What to do? Pick and cover? I think so. Yeah, that's horrible. You can get into terrible
Decisions,
trouble
yeah.
because he cannot afford to take the checkers back.
Yes, he can't afford that. So he had to make a quick decision. I think there was something better in the air.
Yeah.
But I also got the excitement. I got the excitement from his low time.
Yeah. The banana split now.
Yeah, because of the blotted the ace.
That's
4-1 is a perfecta.
No, it's 4-2.
It's 4-2.
He cannot cover.
I saw it's 4-1.
Cannot cover.
Yeah, but he brings it in.
Yes.
It's still very good, yeah.
Still very good. It's still very good. Even if he gets hit.
Yeah.
But the 3 will cover.
Yeah, that's very strong sequence. Still, my money is on Geert here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Mochy bends over the board to scrutinize the position.
He saw that the stuck number 2 is not bad at all.
3-6.
Blot the outfield.
Yeah. 18-9 brings another attacker, but too risky maybe.
Okay, so it has predicament switch already. 4-2 is great.
Big relief for
Geert. Big relief.
Yeah. Still up in the race, I would say.
Not
maybe
sure.
Not far, maybe not.
I'm too excited to count now.
Right.
Everything is moving too fast.
5-4.
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunately, it's no 5-3, so he doesn't have to think about it.
Very often slotting is right. This time I wouldn't have done it. Just because I see any times can be a shot, and the hit makes me a huge favorite, and I don't want to give him re-hits. Now it's only 6-5. We saw this earlier already. He hit with a 6-5, if you remember.
I do, from behind the 5 prime.
Yeah.
The California prime. Hey, 6-5 is a winner. No.
Everybody in.
Okay.
Favorite to get another indirect.
Oh, where do you leave your blood here?
You have to advance a little bit to get home, I guess.
Yeah, maybe to the 12.
Yeah, that would leave 5 shots. 4-4, 5-3, 6-2. No, he wants to stay. These 3 extra numbers are too expensive. First, wait, because your opponent has no time. You can wait till he busts his board to do this.
I see.
But it didn't happen before.
Maybe he will do that. It's a difficult choice now between keeping your attackers. Was that correct with the 3? Or was it the 3-1?
It was a 3-2.
Oh, then, yes.
4-4. Very good number.
Yeah, excellent. Geert needs to run. That's what he does. Okay, the gammons are probably out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's only
very small.
Yeah, fraction of a percentage.
Okay, wow, that may still
the winnings are still
generate winning chances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep your 16 seconds, please.
Yes. Throw some high doubles here, Geert, and finish this off. It's too
I've never seen you so excited, Michel.
Yeah. It will for Belgian backgammon, you know.
Sure.
You play against Mochy, you know.
Yeah.
What a... Wow.
It's not impossible at all.
Nope.
6-3 is a good number for Mochy.
5-3. Yeah. He won.
6 versus 9, 6 versus 7. So he needs 2 doubles now, and they need to be right away.
Unless there's a 2-1 by the opponent. Yeah, now it will be over.
2-1.
There it is.
You just said it. Oh my God.
Yeah, there we are. I'm not. Okay. Wow. So Geert has 5 outs or 6. Yeah, 6 outs. If Mochy doesn't roll a double, 6 outs for Geert. Sorry, I shouldn't shout.
No, they know that.
No. How close can you be? I mean.
Oh my God.
Whoa, somebody's joking in the chat. What is that?
The dice man.
Too much bias for the commentary. I'm sorry about that.
It's also a wordplay. Did you see this?
What?
You take the much out, and then it's too biased, you know?
Ah, yes. Too biased for the commentary. I understand.
Yeah. No, I think nobody has a complaint about you. No, me neither, you know.
I'm sure they can forgive me.
Yeah. But can Mochy forgive you? I'm sure he can do also.
The score needs to be adjusted, no? It was 5-way, 2-way. So,
yeah,
thank you.
there's an adjustment now.
Okay.
3-away, 2-away.
Yeah. Tricky.
Much more tricky.
Geert knows it.
Mochy anchored.
Geert would love to make the bar point. He can't. It's annoying.
All the way is a way of doing it, yeah. Was one of my first instincts too, to do it.
So a hit for Geert.
Yeah, very strong. He's in the driving seat.
I am muting my enthusiasm on purpose.
Just shortly before he wins. then you restart.
It will bubble up again.
Yeah.
A re-hit.
An
important one.
It's a wide open game with clearer winning chances for white. Cat is looking very good here. 5-1. Great move. Great roll. Yeah, none of the things he wants to accomplish, he can accomplish. This is the best he made out of it. He saw it quickly.
Out and make the 11, maybe. Ooh, here.
Many choices, 16 seconds. You have to forgive him. You know?
I forgive him. I do forgive him.
This is so complex.
Sure.
This is speed mode.
Yeah.
This is speed mode. I think he plays very well for the time he has left.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mochy is also feeling the pressure and dipping below 50 seconds.
Right. And that's what I hate, you know, when they show the milliseconds here with the super countdown. That always makes me nervous. I don't know about Geert, but Mochy definitely has lost on time before, yeah? Geert has the easier position to play. Yeah, quick choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, also quick choice.
That's what you want in these time pressure situations.
Yeah.
Plays which you see immediately and have no doubt about executing.
All right, so your focus is on the necessities of the position, and when your role cooperates, you just quickly execute. That doesn't execute. Yeah. Oh, he hates it. No, clearing the 5. Clearing the 5 would be the thing, you know. 2 out, 6 out.
Really?
But again, yeah.
Okay.
Because he could switch the points. He's faster. Yeah.
Okay.
Only an indirect and
yes.
clearing.
Yes.
But on the other hand, he gives more trouble because Mochy is craving to make the 5 point to get counterplay. This way he stops him. W2 makes a 4 point. Yes. You need counterplay. The hits are worth nothing if they
What now?
just to the. So I would just run. She shouldn't be afraid of what of double 5.
I see.
No. But once emotions are on the table, it's very hard to see it neutral. Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have to run. It's not as pleasant as before because you have these blots, but
it's not in his software to run. But now he just find it.
Yeah,
that's
very
good.
Fantastic.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. That's a hit.
Wow.
Yeah, you're very happy about the hit with the blots in your opponent's board. That's a very good one. Hitting and covering. Mochy needs a 2 now. Can he roll it?
The cube is still in the middle.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine for white, you know. That's perfectly fine because Geert likes to win a gammon and he can win gammons.
Lifting was not an option here?
Not sure. He wins more gammons by not lifting. Now he's happy he hasn't done it.
Okay, so now here it can... Oh, 3-5. Can Geert get into cube territory here? Maybe not now. Too early. Okay.
No real fear. This is a 7. This is a hit. What?
Mochy
is waiting for a later point to have a stronger board. He's afraid of the gammons because it's undoubled. I understand. Okay. They are running gammons as well, just not that many.
Now cubing can
everybody
cube this.
And, oh, he chose another play again. He has no time to prepare the better point because it can come immediately, the shot, and then that's very good for him. Yeah, can he cube it? It's a good question. I'm also in time trouble now. I don't know. Only a 2. Keep them before the player, right? I like 6-4 this time. It could be a cube at that score. Opponent also has a higher take point.
5-1.
Yeah.
Cannot
everything to the ace.
Right.
Now he slots. Yeah. For 3 is a perfecta.
Yep.
Wow.
Now he can freely roll and hope for a gammon.
Exactly. There are some gammons around, not that many. Oh, wow. Double 6. Yeah. Now it's many, many more gammons suddenly.
So everybody is getting stressed, even in the chat. So that's where some alcohol might help.
Well, we don't drink it.
No.
As a spectator you can do, but not for the players, not for the commentators.
I agree.
Yeah.
Sound, they say.
Okay. Eight bad numbers now for Geert.
He may consider cubing. Is it worth going for the gammon?
I think so.
Ooh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
He keeps a stoic face.
Yeah. This is like a super high focus.
He's used to that.
In the tunnel, yeah.
He used that from his high-level chess matches.
That's also, I mean, that's physically rewarding, you know, if you get this adrenaline from
Yes, that's what the addictive thing about time pressure.
maybe he has a craving to get the. He wants a substance produced by his body. He's on the juice.
This doesn't look good to me.
Tough choice. Only 15 seconds left. Mochy, make a move.
Don't shout.
It's a delay time. It's not the. It shouldn't be.
Sorry.
It should be delayed.
Sorry. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Geert needs another 6-roll to finish it.
Oh!
He does finish it.
Wow! What a match! What a match!
I leave the wrapping up to you,
Yeah,
Toby.
big hand for Geert. Big hand for Geert. Tough match for Mochy. Well fought back, you know, after he was down that much, it became really close, yeah. Let's see the players here, yeah.
See, that's
what a
typical
relief.
chess habit.
Yeah,
to
now they're
discuss
looking at,
plays after.
yeah. Good players like this to do, that speaks for the atmosphere and mutual respect, yeah. Wow, tough loss for Mochy and great win for Geert.
But Mochy can smile.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. So the next match will be starting soon. I think there's a little break, but not for too long. Yeah. And I hope that Michelle stays, and I will have a break, and Dirk will be the next one.
That's okay.